The February 2021 Amiibo tier list is out. Woo! Alright! Sorry for the weird, unusual background and the giant ball of death that my arm disappears into. I'm at my parents' place temporarily to take care of my dog. I guess their dog now. Although I love Sasha to pieces. While they're out of town. So this is going to be a bit unusual. It doesn't quite look like my dorm, does it? Okay, so go to that website, amoebadoctor.com/tierlist. This is the official hosting page for the official competitive Amiibo community tier list. This is the democratically voted on tier list from all over the community. Get all of the expert trainers and tournament hosts and meta people and whatnot, and they vote on the tier list together. And let's get into this because my computer has limited juice and I want to get this done as fast as possible. So, okay. Are you there? You pulled it up? Yay! It's in the description if you haven't. King K. Rool. Oh my god! No! If this was a cheap shirt, I'd tear it off in frustration. Actually, how much was this shirt? I don't know. The date is not there. The date is not there. You can make the argument that we should, like, re-legalize Bowser so that the data is there. Okay, fair enough. Perfectly willing to go along with that, right? That makes sense. Do it in a couple of select tournaments so that we can compare. Don't tier restrict the tournaments, right? You want to make sure that it's a pretty healthy balance, you know? But, like, if you have roughly the same amount of Bowser and K. Rools and then, like, other ones in there. Because I think King K. Rool goes even with Bowser, if I remember correctly. But, like, almost nobody else does. So, like, K. Rool going even with Bowser is great, but that doesn't mean he's ban-worthy. Because Bowser's not legal! He's not legal, so it doesn't matter! So, you could re-legalize Bowser and get more data on this and be like, well, Amiibo Doctor, we need more data because Bowser hasn't been legal in tournaments for a long time. I get it, fair enough. But it's not there yet. Actually, if you scroll down to the page, go past the January 2021 tier list, there's a heading titled, King K. Rool, is he S tier? And I've actually talked about this before, because I knew this was going to happen! I knew it! This happens periodically. Enough people in the scene will get salty about losing to something, and then they'll say, guys, I think he's S tier. And then, wow, like my face really just disappears right there. And then they'll push to ban the character. They did this for Ness last year. Folks, this has happened over and over and over. Anyway, read that article. It breaks down the data a lot better. But point is, he's not ban-worthy yet. You could make the argument that we need more data to decide whether or not he's ban-worthy, but to put him in S tier right now, no. Because Bowser, okay, here's the thing. Bowser had an 80% win rate in Amiibo tournaments before he was banned. Incineroar's is even higher, okay, when with or without Bowser legalization, because actually Incineroar hard counters Bowser, which is really funny. So, like, K. Rool's not there. He's just not. What's his tournament win rate? You know what I mean? So, that's ludicrous. Lucas. Lucas and A. So, like, I've trained 3 Lucases. They all turned out bad. That's my fault as a trainer, obviously, because sometimes I either do really well with an Amiibo or I really don't. Wow, it's just, like, creeping across the sky. It's slowly enveloping more of the screen. Lucas is tremendous offstage. Tremendous. Down air, back air. It's just, like, it's beautiful. I love seeing his pinky toe just, like, kill a man like that. It's really fun to watch. Is he really A tier yet? Like, I understand, at his peak, right? When Lucas is, like, at his peak, he's A tier. I get it, okay? Amiibo are RNG, and they're inconsistent sometimes. And Lucas is one of those inconsistent Amiibo. He's not always going to be at his peak. Are there really enough, high enough level Lucas Amiibo that are all consistently at their peak to put him in it? Like, is that a thing right now? Because I feel like I'm taking crazy pills here, but, like, are we sure about this? By the way, most of this tier list is okay, although we'll talk about the overall, the overall spread at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that one. And if you're still watching this, you're interested in competitive Amiibo, be sure to leave a like. You could subscribe as well. Just leave a like. Not even going to say subscribe. Just leave a like. See if you like it. If you don't like it, subscribe so you can see more. It's sort of like having more of that food you hate because you want to punish yourself, right? Anyway. This is all very ad-libbed. Ganondorf. Ganondorf in A. Okay. Yes. But actually, no. In the long term, so like there's one change. Count them up. One. There you go. One change that's going to convince me now and forever that Ganondorf is A tier. If they fix the up tilt glitch. So for those of you that don't know, somehow, I don't know how you don't know because I mention it at least once a month. Ganondorf's Amiibo AI, if you teach it to use up tilt once, will use up tilt forever. Now, this is a mistake that new Amiibo trainers often make, because they think up tilt is like the epic PogChamp, super duper awesome, highlight, clip it, send it to Alpha Rad KO move, right? It's like the opponent's recovering, and then they expose the groin, and bam, there it goes. And then you kill him. Ha ha, look, I got you, right? Doesn't work like that. Now, the problem is Ganondorf's also programmed to use up tilt at the ledge. That's built into his Amiibo. To some degree. I think it's a relatively new change, because I don't remember that being a case back in like 7.0 before the AI patches started happening. But like, he's gonna do it, right? So if they fix that and they make up tilt not a problem, it's just creeping slowly. If they make that not a problem, okay? A, obviously A, perfect for A. He's a shield breaker. He'll kill you 5 times before you hit the ground. Great facial hair. He's an A tier Amiibo. Moving on. Hero and Snake in A tier. Yeah, I'd say they deserve it. Yeah. Here's the thing. Hero, very consistent, right? Ironically, between the Hero and Joker Amiibo, Joker's the really inconsistent one, and Hero, the literal casino character, is the most consistent one, which I think is hilarious. It's very easy to train a good hero. I would say most, even if you're a brand new trainer, most trainers' heroes end up like B tier, roughly. And so with a little bit of knowledge on what you're doing, yeah, A tier. Easy, no problem. Massive sword attacks, massive power, great KO kill, whatever. Very powerful Amiibo, tremendous recovery. I could, if he gets further, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Innovated. This is what I think of when I think of the word innovated. I just think of that motion. I don't know why. If he gets further innovated, dude, A+, easy. Yeah, makes sense. Snake and A. Yeah, I'd say Snake and A. Kangoni really pushed that meta with Snake, like a lot. Like a lot. I don't think Snake is going to go higher than A, just because of how weird grenades make everyone in the room. It's sort of like when you're in a room with... Okay, this is how Amiibo AI react to items, right? It's sort of like when you're in a crowded room at a party, and you drop a very silent but heavily sulfuric fart, okay? And it immediately fills up the room, okay? Everyone wants to know who did it. And, like, people can't help but, like, look around and try and figure out, right? But they're also not going to let themselves get all the way lest they get too close to the fart, right? That's how Amiibo respond to grenades. Because they don't want to get too close, right? So, and that's how Snake responds to grenades too, because Amiibo have really weird, bad item AI. Just how it is, right? So I don't think Snake is going to get higher than A, because he doesn't have that extra... he doesn't have the extra KO power, but also the grenades cut down his consistency just smidge. Where the lack of consistency and the lack of AI power, or of kill power, sorry, pull him down from A+. So, but Snake being an A, yeah, makes perfect sense to me. So, Pokemon Trainer and B+. Sorry, I need to compose myself. What are you thinking? What? Pokemon Trainer in B+. What on earth, child? I would make a great dad yelling like that. Jeez, Lou. No, what? How? Okay. Oh my god. People, I understand Charizard exists. Charizard's one of the best Amiibo in the game. Probably high A+ tier, possibly S tier. Or probably high, yeah. What did I say? A+ tier, possibly S? I don't know. Whatever I said. Good Amiibo. Love him. Great. He's not Charizard all the time. He switches to Squirtle and then to Ivysaur. It's not permanent, you know? It's not something that you can count on all the time. Squirtle's okay. Ivysaur sucks, right? Recovery, not that good on Squirtle, you know? Like, Maybe bottom of B. Okay, what's been happening with Pokemon Trainer? People have been getting excited about Pokemon Trainer. Same thing's been happening with K-Roll, right? People have been getting excited about PT. They've been saying, oh boy, Pokemon Trainer could be good! Yes! So the reason that this happened, I think, in my opinion... By the way, the nice thing about being here alone, now that I'm not in a dorm, I can actually yell because no one can hear me. No one can hear me scream. No, it's like they get excited. They win a couple of Sual tournaments, right? They carry it over to the USAC tournaments, right? And then they place well in some of the USAC tournaments. And everyone's like, oh, hey, look, PT's good now. It's like, no, he's got more rep. There's been some innovation, right? Which is why I'm willing to concede bottom of B, right? But he's got more rep. So, he's not B+, people. He's not B+. And, by the way, he's inconsistent. By definition, he's inconsistent. He's one of 3 characters at any time, and you don't know when he's going to switch. You know? Anyway. We'll finish this up, and then we'll talk about the balance of the tiers. Sheik in D+. Yes! Touchdown! Mide. I don't even know if Mide watches my videos. Mide. Baby. Mide. I'm a hugger, okay? And I love Sheik. So, like, if Mide was here, like, I'd hug him. I'd be like, come here, bro! Like, fuck the bicep. Ooh, look at the bicep. All right. Fucks the bicep when I hug Mide. That's a fun thing to do once you start working out. Like, flex your biceps when you hug people. Mide did the impossible. We've already covered this in a video. Either in a video or a stream. I forget which. But Mide won a B+ and down tier restricted tournament and a C+ and down tier restricted tournament in the same day with Sheik. If you look at the January 2021 tier list, okay, where do you see Sheik? I'll give you a hint. Start at the bottom of the bottom and don't move. She was considered the worst in the game. Mide, you beautiful son of a gun. If it was only like one tournament win, I'd be like, holy cow, that's amazing. She should move up in D, right? But dude, you did it twice. 2 tournaments. Sheik should never go back to D tier. We know what she's capable of now. We know what she's capable of. The hard part is very inconsistent, right? Okay, so if you look, well, that's Sheik. Good job, Mide. Not Midi, by the way. It's Mide. If you look at the spread of the tiers, okay, the bottom tiers are fairly light. However, B, B+, and A tier, very heavily weighted. Now, I understand this is the Democrat vote of the people. Democratic, not Democrat. That's a political party versus a process by which decisions are made. I understand this is voted on among people. I get it. But I can't help but wonder, it's totally possible that the meta is improving. Like, definitely could be that more and more things are getting viable as training methods get better. I saw that as a possibility as far back as like 2 years ago when we started making progress with certain Amiibo, right? It's just kind of an eventuality, right? As people get better with things, then, you know, better with Amiibo, then the tier list would get more and more top heavy. But we might be being... That's horrible grammar. We might be getting a little optimistic with our tier placements here. Okay? And I'm remember, and I get it. The tiers are relative to each other, right? So there's no, like, objective S tier. Okay? Not shake that, please. Thank you. There's no, like, objective S tier. There's no, like, objective D tier. They're relative to each other. So, like, you're telling me that relative to everything else, several Amiibo are suddenly crowding up. That... It's possible that we could start having a top-heavy meta, and I would love that. That would be really fun. That would mean that many Amiibo are viable in tournaments. It would be a really great time. I'm not sure that we're there yet, okay? Because remember, we still have the issue of representation. Not every Amiibo is going to be entered as often as every other Amiibo. And if it's not being entered as often, it's not winning as often, right? So, like... That's really just a problem that we can't solve unless we have a lot more trainers. You know what I mean? So, anyway, thank you for watching. now if you're still watching, you really should subscribe. You've just watched me freak out about a competitive Amiibo tier list for 14 minutes and 56 seconds, and you're not subscribed. Dude, what are you going to freeload? Is this how you're going to go through life? Huh? You're just going to benefit off other people's generosity? You're never going to give anything back? I'm not your dad, but I'm disappointed in you. Very disappointed in you. Anyway, yeah, go browse around amiibodoctor.com. Enjoy your time up there. And it's a great website. I think you'll like it. So I'm just going to wait 3 seconds for it to hit the 15:30 mark, then I can get ads. Yay! All right. See you later.